Welcome back everybody, it's time to predict the scores for game week 35 of this 2023-2024 championship season. Last weekend of course saw Leicester City lose away against Leeds United and the Whites are now breathing down the Foxes' necks. This week we've got another 12 games to predict, taking place on Friday the 1st of March and Saturday the 2nd of March, and all kicks off on Friday night when Coventry travel to West Brom. Of course, Coventry coming through that 5-0 victory against Maidstone in the FA Cup on Monday night, and West Brom currently in 5th position will hope to cement themselves in those playoff spots. Of course, Coventry currently in 9th position, will try and get back in there. However, they did suffer defeat last time out against Preston North End when they were smashed 3-0. So in this match, bookies have given this the favourites to West Brom. I agree. I think West Brom would just take this one, and I can see them winning 2-1. I think Coventry will score. Then we move on to the first of the Saturday fixtures. 12:30 at the John Smith Stadium. Huddersfield Town against Leeds. This has got Leeds written all over it to continue that the pressure on Leicester. However, Huddersfield are in decent form. 3 wins from their last 5 matches. Those victories are win against Watford, Sunderland and Sheffield Wednesday. So I think Leeds will go there. I think they'll keep a clean sheet as well. I'm going to go for a 2-0 away win. We then move down to the Midlands where Birmingham take on Southampton. Now, surprisingly now, Southampton are stuttering. 3 defeats in their last 4 matches. Currently 4th in the table. 5 points behind Ipswich now on the same number of games. Playing a Birmingham side who themselves won 3 out of their last 5, but they did suffer defeat against Ipswich in the last match. Surely Southampton will get back to winning ways here, and I think they will. And I think they'll come away with a narrow 2-1 away win. We then move on to, well, it says 3 o'clock there. This actually takes place at 12:30 on Saturday at Ashton Gate, and I'm going to be in attendance at this fixture. There will be a vlog over on Nathan's channel as well, link in the description for that. But Cardiff City, a decent win against Stoke, which seems Stoke go into the bottom 3 where the Bluebirds won 2-1, and Bristol City back-to-back defeats now, a loss disappointingly against Sheffield Wednesday in the last fixture. So in this one, I think it's going to be tight. Both of these teams do concede. I think it's going to be a very nervous affair there on the wrong side of the Severn Bridge. But I think the Bluebirds, I'm a bit optimistic in this one, will come away with a 1-0 away victory. But I think it's going to be tight. I think Nat Phillips in the centre of defence and Gutas will be key in this match. Then we move on to the King Power Stadium where Leicester have suffered back-to-back defeats. QPR, their opponents, have won their last 2 matches and only 1 defeat in the last 7 for the R's. However, at home, pressure building slightly, you could say, on the Foxes, and I think they'll take all 3 points in this one. But I don't think they'll find it all plain sailing. I think they'll find it quite difficult. But I think that ultimately their quality will shine through and they'll win 2-1. Then we move on to the Den, where I thought this was the result of the weekend after that Leeds match where the Wall beat Southampton, the Saints 2-1. And they take on Watford now, who've just seen 3 points in their last 7 matches on the one occasion in this one. Millwall will be buoyed with that victory last weekend, and they still need points really to haul themselves away from that relegation zone. It's difficult. You know what? I'm going to give it to Millwall. I think they're going to win this one 2-1, but I can see it ending up in a draw, but I will go for the Wall there. Then we move on to Norwich City taking on Sunderland. Sunderland in terrible form at the moment, so I'm going to go for a 2-0 home victory to Norwich, which will follow up after that 1-1 draw against Blackburn, and Norwich will actually up in that match, and yeah, they threw it away, you could say. Then we move on to home park Plymouth, where Plymouth take on Ipswich Town. Ipswich Town finding their feet again after a bit of a stutter. 4 wins on the bounce. Good 3-1 win against Birmingham. Plymouth Argyle, an excellent 2-0 win against Middlesbrough. Nobody saw that one coming. And this time, I think there'll be goals in this one. I think Plymouth will score 2, but I think Ipswich will get 3, which will hand the Tractor Boys a victory in a 3-2 away win, and a bit of a thriller there on the south coast. Then we move to Deep Day on this. Was a real tough one to call. Preston against Hull. Both of these sides in fine form. Hull City getting a 1-1 draw against West Brom, and Preston an excellent 3-0 victory against Coventry. In this one, I think it will end up in a draw, and I'm going to go for a 1-1 scoreline. Then we move on to the New York Stadium. Rotherham in all sorts of problems, going down. Another defeat. That's 6 defeats on the trot against Queen's Park Rangers. Sheffield Wednesday, 3 wins in that last 4. Good win against the Wurzels. And this one, I think Sheffield Wednesday will come away with all 3 points in a 1-0 win. And then we move on to Stoke City against Middlesbrough. Okay, Middlesbrough losing 3 of the last 4, and Stoke in all sorts of problems. Second half against Cardiff, I thought they played quite well. However, they couldn't find the back of the net. In this one, I think it's going to end up in a draw. I'm going to go for a 1-1 scoreline. And the final fixture of this week sees Swansea take on Blackburn Rovers. Okay, Blackburn drawn their last 3 matches, but I'm so unconvinced with Blackburn at the moment. Swansea, okay, they got it says a draw, but they actually beat Sunderland, didn't they? And I think they're going to follow this up with another win, and I can see the Jacks slithering through this one with a 2-1 home victory. So those are my predictions. Last week in game week 34 though, top of the shop was yours truly, Bluebird Legend, with 17.5 points. So it's a good thing that you listen to my predictions. Whether that Swansea victory will have any bearing on these results, because Miru was there on 16 points and GKK 474 was there on 14.5 points. So the overall leaderboard as it stands is Brera 5553 on 361 points, overtaking now Alex Cochrane, who's been up the top of the table for so long, on 359 points, and Ferris 77 on 354.5 points. So as I say, make sure you leave your predictions over at the Superbru website. Things hotting up now, coming into the last 10 or 11 matches to play in the Championship. Let's see if Ipswich can turn around their fortunes, because Leeds, as I said a few times in this video, breathing down their necks. Stoke City, can they escape the relegation zone as they moved into it last weekend? Looks like Rotherham are dead and buried at the moment. You've got the likes of Sheffield Wednesday, QPR and Millwall down there as well. Can Coventry get into the playoffs again? Can West Brom cement themselves in those playoff berths as well? But thanks for watching again. Enjoy your Championship weekend, and I'll see you all in the next video.